Real talk with verified wellness providers. The Wellness Connection. Welcome to your Wellness Connection. I am Tanya Phillips, and I'm here with Edie Stewart and Jennie Peters. And today we are bringing a very different type of provider to the Arkansas Wellness Network, and that is contributional wellness. This is something that we don't often talk about as part of the wellness wheel. It is really important to our overall well-being. Thank you guys for being here. Edie, you are going to tell us all about how Goodwill Industries helps with contributional wellness and with their programs. So take it away. Tell us all about it.
Great. Well, thanks for having us today. Super excited to talk to you about all of the programs that we have. And as far as our mission is concerned, Goodwill Industries serves the entire state, and we have programs around our mission, which is changing lives through education, training, and employment. To start, kind of out of the gate, we have an adult high school, the only adult high school in the state of Arkansas that is located in Little Rock as well as Springdale, our two current locations that Goodwill Industries fully funds.
So when I donate my clothes and,
Yes, ma'am.
accept them, that's kind of what the money is going towards?
That's right. Yep. So our
Here.
our donated goods team and our stores are our revenue generator for the mission. So the currently 96% of our revenue from our stores, so the selling of donated goods goes into running our Excel centers, running our two academies located in Little Rock and Springdale, running our reentry program, which is located throughout the state for those coming out of incarceration, as well as our career services piece, which we have career navigators all across the state helping people find jobs and upskill.
And that's just amazing. In my little shallow mind, I live right down the street from you guys, and I was a teacher. I would have loved to have told my students about this program, but I didn't know anything about it. I only knew that Goodwill was somewhere you took your clothes, you donated your clothes. If you wanted to buy some clothes for a very reasonable amount, you went there and you shopped. I had no idea you had all these other programs
I'm
that
with you.
can change lives, literally. You
Yes,
mentioned 300,000 people in Arkansas don't have their GED or high school diploma.
that's
And
correct. Yeah, so
so
yeah.
this is an opportunity for them to be able to come back to school and get that, because it's very hard to get a job, to put food on the table when you don't have that little piece of paper.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that still in 2026 that is kind of a gatekeeper for a lot of folks, and keeping them out of particular, certain jobs they are unable to apply for, as well as certain training programs, if you don't have a high school diploma. And so this is an opportunity for folks for in-person instruction. We are fully licensed, and at the Excel Center, our adult high school, we fall under the charter school network, and we serve folks 19 and above in our buildings in Little Rock and Springdale and offer a 9th through 12th grade curriculum. Students are receiving an Arkansas high school diploma. So it is not a GED.
Oh, wow.
The GED is a test. We are a high school. So it is a 9th through 12th grade curriculum with licensed educators and all the ancillary educators as well, special education, ESL, all of those components that you'd see in a high school. Some of the differences we have are, our students are adults with adult things and stuff going on. So we have life coaches for every student.
Oh,
And that,
wow, that's
so
great.
yeah, it's kind of like I like to describe it as kind of a guidance counselor on steroids. Like they are doing all the things. So student success plans that are required by the state of Arkansas, but then also all of those things that may be happening in life for our students. Working with folks to, make sure if they need to be working, we're working around those schedules, helping folks find safe and secure housing, safe and secure transportation, those types of things. So our life coaches really are almost like a little bit of a secret sauce to the
Yeah.
program and success to get folks across that finish line. And,
A
you
huge
know,
amount, I would
yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
And
And
then
then
you also provide the supports, the transportation, you provide the daycare so
yep,
that they have no excuse. They
that's right. And
have
it's all
everything
free.
they need.
So, yep, we provide transportation vouchers for students for free. And then the free childcare is an amazing piece of the puzzle because so many, well, right now, I think we're sitting at about almost 70% of our students are single moms with
Mm.
kids that are not school age. So we've now got a large area of our building that is designated for, we start at 6 weeks, 6 weeks to 2 years old. And then we have space for our toddlers
That's
to provide
amazing.
that opportunity with, the chance for folks to be able to come to school and not have to worry about childcare because we know that that is a huge barrier for folks.
Yes, absolutely. That's so wonderful. I cannot believe I didn't know about this before. So you have the whole high school
Yep.
where they can come back, get their high school diploma. They're fully supported. And then you have the academy.
Yep.
And so tell us the different courses, or not courses, but I guess
Yeah.
certifications that they can go through to
Yep. So right next
more
door.
employable.
Yeah, that's right. So it's a really cool model. We call it the Goodwill Training and Education Centers, both in Little Rock and in Springdale. And they're side by side. So we've got our Excel Center High School, literally like you open a door and you walk into the hallway of the academy. Same thing in Springdale. Because we're currently in process of working on some concurrent credit for folks to go ahead and be working concurrently on their high school diploma and their industry recognized credential.
What a great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, we're super excited about it. The academy has a variety of in-person classes. We offer typically 16 weeks, which is an accelerated model at very low cost to students, most of which we have scholarship opportunities for. But some of the courses in that catalog, if you will, are welding. We offer 4 different certifications in welding. We
Which is a
offer
very lucrative career.
Oh my goodness, let me tell you, that is some game-changing job opportunities for
Yeah.
sure. We've got in the state tons of opportunities with employers for that in
I'm glad
particular.
you mentioned that. So one of the things I noticed, because I just came to the graduation, which
I
was
know, thank you for that.
phenomenal. It
Thank
was
you.
really cool. Yeah, congratulations, Jenny. I'm so proud of you
Thank
for
you.
taking advantage of that opportunity. But one of the things that really stood out for me was, so when you acknowledge each graduate, you actually talk about either where they have applied to or where they've gotten a job. I've never seen that at any school.
Uh,
You literally are ensuring that they walk out of there all set up and ready to start work. That is amazing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. The last part of our mission, education, training, employment, is
Yeah.
that is the key piece. And so our goal across all of our educational programs, Excel and Academy, are 100% employment. So we will get there. We're currently sitting at about 80% right now for this past graduation, which thank you so much for being there. What an amazing, amazing day. It was packed crowd. But we
Yeah,
have employers that are coming and doing mock interviews with students at the academy in our classes prior to their graduation day in order to basically just practice, to give students practice at interviewing, but then it also gives those employers kind of a first look at those students. And
mm.
we have had several instances where they have offered jobs on the spot to students that they're doing in the mock interview. They ended up going ahead and doing a contingent offer as long as they
Oh
receive their
my
certification.
goodness.
Yeah.
That is
So
amazing.
it's just the coolest thing, and these are industry recognized credentials, nationally recognized, so they're every course. So we talked about welding for just a minute. That's a nationally accredited certification they're earning. We have pharmacy technician, again, nationally accredited, and our CCMA, certified clinical medical assistant program that also takes a national exam to get that certification. And then core construction is our kind of newest in-person course we offer, and that's an introduction to the trades of plumbing, electric, HVAC, and then obviously some of the basics with blueprints and measuring and those types of things with construction.
Wow. That
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
what an awesome opportunity. And I'm so shocked that I had not known about it before. That's
It's
wonderful.
fantastic. It's
It
great
is.
stuff.
So, Jenny, you took advantage of this opportunity, and I was there. I got to see you graduate.
Thank you
Congratulations.
for coming.
Yeah. I was surprised and impressed. I mean, it was a packed house, and there
Yes, it
were
was.
there were a lot of you graduating, and you guys were just beaming from ear to ear. It was awesome. So, tell us about you. I think you told me that you didn't go probably past 8th grade.
No, I had a very rough childhood, I would say. So I dropped out in like 8th grade. I moved to Arkansas from California 5 years ago.
Oh,
I got introduced by to Goodwill as a friend. Um, so I've been with Goodwill for about 2.5 years, going on 3 years now. Um,
as
and
an
a couple of
employee.
yes, as an employee.
Okay. And so what
Yes.
do you do at Goodwill?
I'm a production lead.
Okay, and what
I'm
does that
production
mean?
lead. So I do all the donations. I'm in charge of the back room. I do the donations. I take the donations. I hang clothes. I run the clothes out to the floor. I make sure the back room runs smoothly.
Okay,
Well, and I
awesome.
have to brag on Jenny too. She didn't start as production lead. Like she's been promoted
Yeah.
because of she incredible. So I just have to throw that out
Yes.
there.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I started out as a regular production associate out in Cabot, and I worked with Cabot for about a year, and then I got a promotion to production lead and transferred to the Jacksonville location. And
Okay,
I've been here for
awesome.
about a year and a half.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so now you took advantage. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. You took advantage of the program. Tell us about it.
Yes, I heard about the programs, but I never really thought, I never seen myself doing them. Two of my coworkers signed up, and I was like, you know what? Let me sign up. Let me do something different. And I signed up, and it was an amazing experience. I never thought I would go back to school at 36. Um,
That's a
so I did the
difficult
six.
feat.
Yeah, and then I worked full time doing that, so it was rough at times, but I'm glad that I stuck through it. Now a certified clinical medical assistant, and
Congratulations.
thank you. And I know I kind of did it backwards, but I will be going to get my high school diploma. I start next month at the Excel Center, so I'm going to work on that. And just
That's
when I was
amazing.
little, my mom used to, shop at Goodwill. You don't realize how many programs there is that they offer. They offer so many different programs, and
Yeah,
it's
I had
free.
no
And
idea.
yeah,
Well, and here's the cool thing too about Jenny, like she's taken full advantage of that too, in the best way possible. Just from her promotion, we've got a career ladder program where employees can do additional trainings and upskilling if they choose in order to, climb the
career
career ladder.
pathways.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
career pathways,
yeah.
and Jenny's taken advantage of that. We have a Good Smiles program, which is
I got
for
my
our employees. Jenny, I mean, has the most beautiful smile. I think you'll agree.
thank you.
Okay, wait. So, the Good Smiles program, what
Good
is that?
Smiles program. It's this program for employees, and they if you need any kind of dental work, and that was a huge like my teeth were messed up from a young age, so I never smiled before. But the Good Smiles program, they will help you with up to $5,000 with any dental work you need.
That is wonderful.
So
And
it
like you
creates
said,
a whole new smile.
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
whole new
My
sense
whole
of
I know.
It's so
confidence.
beautiful. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
It
So
does.
it's
I can't imagine how hard it would be going into an interview for a job if you're not feeling confident and you're not wanting to show your
Yeah,
mouth or your teeth and you're having to speak. That would be really hard. Wow. What an amazing
I got
I
it
would
done just before I graduated.
Say
Yeah.
it one more time, Jenny.
I got it done just in time for my graduation, got my teeth done right before I graduated. I was so happy.
That is so amazing. That's wow. What a great program. I had no idea. This is super, super cool.
Again,
Now,
so every time you're cleaning out your closet, that's
that's
what
what we're
that's what you're working
donating
towards. That's
towards.
exactly right. That's right.
That is amazing. I'm gonna go clean out my whole closet.
There you
I have
go.
lots of things I
Every
haven't worn and
donation counts. Yeah. I mean, the
yeah,
number
no,
of
I didn't.
those types of programs, another program we have for our employees is called the Last Mile to Work. We have a number of employees that had difficulty getting to work and were walking. And we get a large number of donated adult bikes. And so I was able to hire a bike mechanic to be on site. And our stores have been so generous. They'll send from all over the state adult bikes, and then Dan Quinn is our bike tech. Um, redoes them, makes them look brand new, and we give employees a helmet and a lock. And
My goodness.
if they go to their career navigator in their store and say, look, I'm having a tough time. I'd really like a bike. They get them set up with a bike, and off they go.
That is
And
Beautiful
it's
amazing.
bikes too, beautiful bikes.
beautiful. I agree. I've learned. Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
Yes.
the bikes that our employees are getting are just, to Jenny's point, are amazing. They're beautiful bikes.
What an amazing program. Like I had no idea when we were donating these things,
Yeah.
the impact. And this, I want to say, Jenny, when I was at the graduation, I noticed you had a little someone with you.
Yes, I have a 5. She'll be 5 next month, my daughter Emily.
So imagine the generational impact. You're
Yes.
changing lives, not
Yes.
just Jenny's, but you're changing her daughter's life.
Well, and think about what Jenny has done, how how her daughter is now going to follow in her footsteps, and how proud that must make you, Jenny. I mean, honestly, it's just,
She's so proud. She gets my stethoscope and she walks around like, "I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm gonna be a doctor." I said, "Whatever
Oh,
you
I
can
love
put your
that.
mind to, and you put the hard work in for it, you can do it.
Oh
Don't
my
ever
goodness.
doubt yourself. You can do whatever you gotta put the work in." But yeah,
that's right. Yeah, you're the perfect role model for her, Jenny, for sure.
You are living proof that she can do it. And Edie, what you guys are doing, you're changing the trajectory of Jenny's whole family and others just like her. What a great opportunity. I'm so excited that I got to come and witness that firsthand. And your little girl was so excited. She was doing little happy dances and
yeah,
she was telling me how proud she was of you. That
yeah.
was really cool to watch.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no, so glad I could be there. So, Edie, is there anything else you want to tell us about the services or the programs? Because just
I mean, I
ask.
can go on all day, so you may have to cut me off. Some of the other programs they're a little lesser known, while we were on the topic of like Good Smiles and Last Mile to Work. We call it the HELPS program, and it is a health equipment loan program where, sometimes we'll get wheelchairs, crutches, different things like that donated. And we provide those free to community members. So anybody that needs anything. So again, those things are typically sent, like the bikes, to our main headquarters in Little Rock. And then folks will contact either a career navigator or their life coach or whomever rather, and say, look, I need a wheelchair for my mother-in-law, and then we'll get it to them. So, and that's for free, just kind of similar to the bike program where, it's great health equipment that somebody has donated and is, rather than selling it, we're giving it to folks that might need it. And we do work with some hospitals and clinics and things like that as well to get them extra equipment. And then another program is Books for Kids, children's books that are donated and are in good condition. We have a separate program where those are set aside. And then our Title I schools programs that are working with folks that might not have access to a lot of children's books. They let us know, hey, for example, Chico Elementary down the street needed 600 books because they wanted to give out a book to every child before break. And so our team gathered up the books by grade level, took them to Chico, and they were able to make sure that every kiddo went home with a book before break. You know,
That's amazing.
yeah,
So, when I'm thinking about cleaning out my closet, as you were talking, I have been in and out of a leg boot for the last 4 years. I have crutches, I have 2 leg boots. There's so many things I could donate that I never even considered. I just have them in my closet. And
love to have them.
so
Yeah, because there's
books,
people in
you
need. They're yep,
yeah.
all of it. And
I never thought about it, and I didn't know what to do with them. I thought, well, maybe I just keep them just in case I ever need them
right?
again.
Yeah, no, I get that. But if
But
yeah, if you do, we would love to have them, and there's need all over the state, and so with our transportation department, they're able to deliver to Blytheville or,
wow.
um, where Texarkana, El Dorado, if somebody is in need down there as well. So we get
And we
requests.
also have people that walk in our stores sometimes. Like last week, we had a lady looking for a walker. I guess her mom fell or something, and they can just walk into the stores and talk to our managers and fill out a sheet of paper. And if we have that on hand, we can give it to them for free of charge.
Wow, that is so
Oh,
wonderful. Okay,
yeah.
so now not only does everybody need to go clean out their closet, but they also need to bring in all those things that they're not using. I know between my mom and I, we have a plethora, and your bikes, your medical equipment, and your children's
Ugh,
books.
that's right,
And they
that's right.
all
Well, and it's the thing to remember too is this is all helping our planet as well, frankly. It's keeping all of those
Mhm.
things out of landfills, and they are in great shape. There
Yes.
is somebody out there that can use them. And the cool thing about our career services team, they are in stores all across the state. They can be that connector in communities for not only employment and job opportunities, but also connect folks that might need some health equipment or that might need children's books for their kids' school, whatever the case may be. So it's exciting. We are so incredibly grateful to the state of Arkansas and all of our Arkansans, our friends across the state for donating those things when you are cleaning out your closet or moving or making sure that they think about Goodwill for those donations because this truly is what those donations are doing. Those donations are literally changing lives in a whole
Yeah.
lot of ways. A program we hadn't talked about at all is our reentry program. We call the transitional employment opportunity, and that is located across the state. We have reentry specialists across the state working with those that have come out of incarceration and are needing some foundational things. It is
And I can speak to that. So I have a foster son who is often in and out of the system, and it is incredibly hard. First of all, to even get his documentation
yeah,
because he 90% of the time when he gets locked up, he can't find his driver's license, his social security card. He doesn't have his birth certificate. It's lost in the process when he's arrested. Not that the police are losing it, but it might have been at someone's house he was staying at, and then that person's moved and all the stuff gets lost. And so when he gets out, they just put him out onto the street. He has no clothes. He has nowhere to live. He has no job. He has no way to support himself. And then he doesn't have the paperwork that he needs legally to even try to get a job. So that reentry program, if you're providing all those supports that you guys seem to be providing, that is amazing, and that would be wonderful for someone like him who has no idea where to start every time. And I help him. I keep his birth certificate here nowadays, and I try to help him navigate those systems. But yeah, for somebody who doesn't have someone looking out for them, I can imagine that's incredibly important.
it absolutely is, and the program is incredibly impactful. We again have locations across the state, but some of the beginning things that they do are reinstatement of a driver's license. Just like you said, getting all of that paperwork and that foundational information that you got to have on you, getting all of that back. Clothes, that's a huge thing. I mean, to your point, upon release, they may have nothing. And
Mm.
so another program that we have, then this is actually a program for anyone, not just for those coming through the reentry program, but it's called Mission Money. And it is a program where if you come into a Goodwill store or you're working with a career navigator or come to the Excel Center or Academy, you're trying to come to class and you have had a house fire or a catastrophic event or have nothing, for whatever the circumstance might be, you have the opportunity to receive mission money. And it's basically a $20 gift card to a Goodwill store that you can use in any Goodwill store in Arkansas to buy shoes with that gift card.
Wow.
We've got folks that are coming into the reentry program that literally do not have anything but what the clothes that they're wearing,
Mm.
and they're able to come in and shop with dignity and pick out some outfits, and it's really helpful. And then again, for those catastrophic events, recently there's been a number of house fires, with
Yeah.
people using heaters and things like that to try and stay warm. They lose everything, and so they can kind of get at least a few things. Family members have the opportunity to get clothing and then housewares and things like that. So Mission Money is another program, again, that is provided by your donated goods and our revenue out of our stores. But then back to that reentry program, it's a 16-week program as well. Curriculum is involved. It's an employment program. So Goodwill, the stores hire immediately upon entry into the program. So you become a Goodwill employee and you're working to build your work history, earn a paycheck. We like to say we're the first yes many people get.
Oh, I
We,
love that.
when
That's
you come to
Let me
us,
follow up on that with, when you said that, sometimes all it takes for somebody to get on the right path is a yes or a little bit of help. Like for me, when I got hired in Cabot, all it was someone taking a chance on me and, that yes, we'll hire you. Sometimes it's all that takes is that little push and it sets them on the right path.
I love that, Jenny. Thank you. Contributional wellness is one of the areas of wellness. And Jenny, you're a perfect example of how that's changing your life. Just having a job, having
Yeah.
that opportunity to better yourself and to provide for your daughter. That is huge. But Edie, I would imagine you get something out of this contributional wellness as well that's very different than Jenny.
absolutely. I mean, I have to say, the graduation you attended on Friday, we had one Thursday in Springdale for our Springdale Academy graduates. It literally fills my cup.
Yeah.
It is the most impactful work I think that I've ever done, and my background is education. So having the opportunity, I've been a teacher. I started as a first grade teacher, have taught in a lot of different settings. But this particular role, having the opportunity to see lives changed in front of my eyes is something that, first off, I don't take for granted, but also the fact that I get to witness it. And I tell, some like we'll have a reentry graduation. For example, we had a reentry graduation last week in Hot Springs, and I always get the honor of getting to address the graduates. And I always tell them I hope they understand how much they inspire me. The inspiration, Jenny inspires me every day. Hearing her story, seeing her smile, knowing the things that she's overcome to get to where she is inspiring. And that to me is something that just, again, it just fills my cup. It is impactful in a way that is different, yes, than the impact on programs that Jenny has had, but it's a huge impact on my life just daily.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Edie, for joining me. And thank you for sharing what you guys are doing. I want to encourage everyone to go clean out your closets, clean out all your medical supplies you don't need, clean your books, your bikes, all the things. And Jenny, congratulations on changing your life and changing your daughter's life. You're
Thank
truly,
you so much. Thank you
yes,
for
you're
having me
truly
today.
doing all the right things and taking advantage of a great opportunity. That is so amazing. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so excited for your daughter because she gets to see.
If you
Yeah,
would asked me 6 years ago where I would be today, I would never pictured myself coming this far.
that is awesome. I love that. Thank you guys for joining me. And everyone, join us next time for another episode of the Arkansas Wellness Connections. The Arkansas Wellness Network and the Wellness Connection are an initiative of reinventing ourselves, a 501c3 nonprofit promoting health, happiness, and hope.